Today is Monday, the 44th day of the Omer, which is 6 weeks and 2 days. We are in the 7th week of the Omer, which is the week of Malchut, the week of authority, leadership, kingship. We spoke a little bit about that for the day of yesterday, for Sunday. Today we focus on the aspect of Gevurah, shebamalchut. Gevurah, which means discipline within authority, within kingship. There's more than one way to explain the aspect of today. One way for a true leader to be a good leader, to be a good king, a good president, is a person to have self-discipline, to have the Gevurah, the strength to control himself. When a person is able to have self-control, he's able to lead from a better point because he's really disciplined and he uses the leadership in a way that makes sense, not letting himself to be taken over by his negative emotions. Let's say if a person has a tendency to anger, it will be difficult to be a good leader, a good king, because his emotions can take over him and make him take wrong decisions. So to have the self-discipline, which the idea of Gevurah is self-discipline, is a very important aspect of having a position of king or leader or president or position of authority. So that's one way to explain Gevurah shebamalchut. There's another aspect also. Gevurah shebamalchut, discipline in Malchut, has to do with being very organized and disciplined in leading. We spoke about the day of yesterday was about loving kindness within leadership. Yes, you need to have love for your subordinates, for your subjects, for the people that you lead. That's part of being a good leader, is to have love for and loving kindness for those that you lead. But at the same time, today we have to also think about Gevurah, about discipline in leading. What does that person need exactly as a person that I'm a leader for? And to be very organized into what he needs for that specific situation. Love can be sometimes without any limits. Gevurah and discipline has limits, has focus. So as I focus for really is needed for that person at that time, for the subject at hand, and when I have that kind of discipline in leading, then the leadership can be a very successful leadership. So both aspects of Gevurah, whether self-discipline or having the discipline to lead and to focus on what exactly is needed for that situation, is the aspect of spirituality that we focus on today as Gevurah shebamalchut. And let's also remember that David HaMelech, who was the essence of this quality of malchut, of kingship, because he was the king of the Jewish people, he directed all the greatness and the authority, and he directed all the aspect of kingship, not to himself, but rather to Hashem. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.